Welcome back to another episode of On the Radar. This is going to be episode number 4 because
Okay.
number 3 is yet to come out because of some of us are a little bit slower at doing stuff.
We're nailing it.
Yeah.
Nailing
However,
it.
number 2 is out, and this is probably the best intro we've ever done, or
Yes,
I've ever done.
it's called an intro.
Yeah, I actually literally
We never did.
flowed right in, which is pretty cool.
You practice, huh?
I did.
You
I'm
did.
thinking to myself like I need to put more inflection into the way that I say things and have more gusto to it. Because if not, I feel like I'm just there going like
The way we close as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
so. Obviously, it's step by
it's
step.
interesting.
Yeah.
My daughter was she's having a speech
Yeah.
today, and she's been practicing.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit like watching yourself, and then she was really shy. You know
Yeah.
when you're young and your dad is asking you,
Yeah.
"Hey, do your speech," and
Yeah.
so it was like, "Tee, tee, tee."
Yeah,
And she goes. It was supposed to be 4 minutes,
yeah,
and so she did it all. She timed herself. She
Yeah.
goes, "My speech too slow, too fast," and I think, it's not long enough.
yeah,
So it was like something like 2 minute 40,
yeah,
and she was worried about that. So I said, "Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Give me your speech. It's a good speech. It's
Yeah.
well written."
Yeah.
And then she goes, almost no
no breaks in
no
between.
breaks and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And, stuff
Did
like
you
that.
record it?
So I said, okay, listen,
Yeah.
slow down. And,
Yeah.
see, I was coaching her because
Yeah.
I'm such a pro, and
Well, you have more experience.
but it ended up being something like 4 minute 30 or something
Yeah.
like that, and so it was pretty. It's a good speech,
Yeah.
and so
What was it about?
how sport can bring people together.
Okay.
And she talks about Katie Freeman,
Yeah.
and she was talking about
She
Katie
knows
Freeman,
Callie Freeman.
but she
She
knew
was like
of,
born yesterday.
and because she talked about her gold medal, but
Yeah.
I was here for that. I was in the park and
Yeah.
stuff, and I was just here. And
Yeah.
it was,
And she wasn't here, right?
you were not here, man. When
No, I was in Nigeria because remember I came the next year
yeah,
after
yeah,
in
that's
our previous
right.
story, which is not covered on the podcast.
the pressure that lady had, and
Yeah.
so I went on YouTube and I showed her
Yeah,
the rates.
Yeah.
And she came with
yeah,
a
with
hoodie
that,
and all
she
that.
looked like Frozen from
It
freaking
was unreal,
Incredible One.
and the stadium was packed. It was like
Yeah.
100,000 people. There was an extension on the stadium, so for her to see that, and she, okay, now you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then that showed when she delivered the speech that now she was talking about it, and
Yeah,
she knew
she
what
can
she was doing.
visualize it
So
as well.
hopefully she does well. It
Yeah.
comes down to nerves as well.
It's not gonna ruin her life.
No.
You know what teachers should do with this situation? They should let the kids know that this is important, but just doing enough is fine. Because why put this so much pressure on this little child who's now thinking, oh my god, my life is gonna end if I don't do 5 minutes or whatever it is. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
But it's definitely not, and I think
Yeah,
see,
I didn't even notice either.
yeah, the important
Yeah,
teaching there is how to control your nerve
Yeah.
talking to people.
yeah,
I think that's the speech, whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Is to recognize the nerves that are gonna come in no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
They're gonna come in.
yeah, they
And
do.
how you manage that?
Yeah.
So this morning before I left, I said that when it's your turn, 5 deep breaths,
Yeah.
deep breathe in, hold, and exhale slowly. 5. And Jada,
Yeah.
she's a joker. She thinks I'm stupid, but
Yeah.
she does it. She understands.
Yeah.
You will be nervous, and
Yeah.
that's where the teaching is. The
Yeah.
speech.
So she's technically a little bit like me because I make everything into a joke, even if I'm actually serious. I try to explain to people.
Shyness
Yeah,
sometimes.
I'm a very serious guy who turns everything into a joke so I can deal with it. Because if not, I'm very quite reserved.
Yeah.
I don't know. You wouldn't notice that about me because obviously I'm outspoken now. But
Yeah.
before I got to this place, I have to turn everything into a joke so that way I can deal with it and say it out properly. Because if not, I'm a shy kid. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, everyone find their portal.
Yeah.
Everyone find their portal
I'm super
to
shy.
say what. I'm the same as well,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
That's why at the gym sometimes some people seems to know everything about everyone, and
Yeah.
I don't even know the name of that person.
Yeah.
It takes me time to warm up to
Yeah.
people. I'm not not very friendly or anything, and it's not because I'm a prick. It's because I'm shy.
Funny enough, because I had seen you at the gym probably around 12 years ago before I started actually working there. I always just think that guy looks depressed.
I probably was.
I used to be like, he looks depressed. He doesn't say much. He just sort of walks over to his session and he does it, and because you weren't like out there like, yo, what's up, what's going on? You were just kind of like you went straight into your training. You're like, right, this is what we're doing, and because I'm just there pumping weights because I work at Optus, and I'm just like, I'm like, amongst all the trainers here, that guy looks like fully depressed. And then I was
it's weird, eh?
Yeah, and then now here I am talking to you, because I never actually thought we would ever talk to each other, because being that I've seen you all this time being quiet.
I'm not warming up to people quickly.
Yeah, and then
I dip the toes.
Yeah, and you then just back up.
Okay, that's
and
fine.
Then you came and saw me in the hospital, because that's when I started talking to you more, and eventually I added you on Facebook. I'm like, fuck, he actually has a whole personality. He's got this whole thing going.
He's not just a long forehead.
Yeah, I thought you was
more
like,
than that.
I thought he was like quiet, doesn't say anything, and then I actually started, getting to know him. Like, fuck, okay, slow down.
Yeah.
This guy's disgusting.
They're the one that I like this and stuff. They're the one you gotta look for. I'm watching you.
I think I came into the PT room one time and I saw you pretending to be sperm. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why. You were like you. You were telling a story to someone, and then you're like you pretend to be sperm. You put your hands behind you, and you're like.
I can't remember that.
And I was like, this is that quiet guy. What the fuck is it?
Nah,
so I've now correlated that you also physically demonstrate the funny things that you actually say.
You have to. There's a different dimension.
You definitely get into character, and you're like, this is how it goes.
It's probably a story that's sperm in the corner.
That's what I remember. Those were crazy times. And then I heard some other PT there was this PT that had a tattoo on his neck. He was a young kid. He used to walk on his tippy toes for some reason. He was friends with Troy. This is not even part of the podcast.
Yeah. I can't
remember him. He was friends with Troy. Had a long hair. Seemed like a handsome guy. He was about probably 6'2". Apparently he attacked Anna.
Yeah.
Him,
I know which one.
Yeah, I remember him. He was like, bro, you should work here, bro. And I was just like, yeah, someday I will. And then when I started working there, he was gone, and apparently he had, that was it was a weird crap.
We went that way, so the tough way.
It was a weird crap. Anyway, today in Under the Radar, a video that isn't flying under the radar is, I don't know if you've. This might take the smile away, but you've heard of explosions of Beirut.
Yeah, this morning I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it and I thought it was like a CGI video. Like if you showed
No, it's enormous. I don't know what it's about because I was working this morning, so I didn't look into it more than seeing different version of that explosion. Some version in two houses. Yeah. Restaurant and the blast was enormous. Is it still at 50 deaths or more now?
It's gonna be more than that.
Yeah, there's like 2,500 injured.
Yeah, it's gonna take them ages, and some people are gonna die later.
Yeah,
which is, I say that so casually, like it's not a thing, but it's obviously.
Well, we're becoming careless of the craziness.
Yeah, we're kind of like, people die, and I'm just kind of hoping. I hope some shit like that doesn't happen in the middle of the city.
You remember a few weeks ago, I think it's the US, they acknowledged that they were UFOs, and
it
barely made the
no one cared. No one cared. We're just like, we've always known that you just lied to us, and now we don't care. We become very desensitized. We really have, and that's actually a worry.
But this I'm curious to know, because it doesn't look like a gas leak.
Yeah, they don't know if it's a terrorist attack yet, but however, whoever planned this explosion, if it is planned, was put right next to an industrial building that contains, I don't know if it's ammonium nitrate or something like that, but we're about to listen to that. I found this clip. It's about 2 minutes and 52 seconds, and it has a few of the things going, so let's have a look at it. And for our one viewer, hey Martina. Take the kids away.
Eventually, we need to give it a push a little bit when we feel comfortable enough.
I'm just gonna go back because that was fucked up. Like,
yeah,
watch that.
This is an enormous blast. So oh, geez.
It's like a movie.
What can make something explode like that? Is that the same? Okay,
Yeah,
that's the same.
this different people's mobile phones from where they were at when
yes.
they, because everyone saw the fire up there as normal.
17,000 in June.
Yeah, they just saw a little bit of a fire going up in the city.
There were two, man. Blows. Is that right, or just one?
There's only one, but this is different people's perspective of it.
هذا وعد للشهداء وللجرحى. هذا التزام وطني.
The blast tore down buildings and sent a huge plume of smoke into the sky. I thought it was a joke this morning. I was just kind of like,
no, I knew it was not a joke, man. I had to leave without knowing, but I knew they didn't have much info this morning.
Yeah.
So there will be an investigation, that's for sure.
Right.
I hope she doesn't cry for a window.
Not to be insensitive.
Yeah, I hope.
But she was crying that this was her house.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
Literally, that's what your problem is, bitch. You can fix that whenever you want.
Yeah, I hope she. That's what I was going to say. I hope she cries for the people, for the incident, not for broken glass.
Yeah, broken glass. My couch is rearranged. Like, I don't mean to sound insensitive, whoever's watching, but I'm just saying that was.
That's just hope.
I wouldn't. Yeah, that's not even a problem. Like,
surely that the condition of your couch in a time like that doesn't matter that much.
This is the governor.
هذا يذكرني ما شفت بحياتي دمار بهالكبر وبهالوسع وبهالنكبة. هيدي نكبة وطنية.
Oh, poor guy. He's really.
All right. Did that cry look a little fake?
No, it's come from that.
Are you sure? I'm gonna play it back.
Okay,
again.
let's play it back
again. I don't mean to be insensitive. Whoever's watching, I'm just saying that did not look like.
Look at this guy. He's like, what the fuck you doing, dude?
It's like Kanye all over again. Yeah. All right, let's watch his face.
بهيروشيما وناكازاكي هذا يذكرني ما شفت بحياتي دمار بهالكبر وبهالوسع وبهالنكبة. هيدي نكبة وطنية.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem kind of fake?
Please don't forget to vote for me.
Yeah, it seems kind of fake because...
Yeah, a little bit.
I would, first, if you're going to cry about stuff like you're going to cry already.
And you're probably going to try the best to don't fall apart.
Yeah. You don't just kind of like go into it. He leaned into it really hard. I sound insensitive right now, but I feel like he leaned into that. And I feel like he's got all that
because we love politics. We don't believe anything.
I don't believe anything anymore.
Yeah. That's
weird?
pretty shit.
Is it weird that I'm thinking, she's kind of hot? Oh, well, let's go back. Obviously, that's definitely weird.
She's having a cigarette resting.
Yeah, I was like, she's not bad looking.
Oh, she's got a bit of a...
This is not the time or the place, but just as a dude, I'm just like, and that's what's wrong with men.
I thought it was another thing. Was it what?
This is the same.
There was I've seen this morning some videos of houses, apartments around, and the blast was incredibly strong.
Yeah.
The restaurant and everything. There was a cafe and everything got blown out.
Yeah, the shockwave was incredible. I saw it on the UFC fighter. What's his name? The style bender.
All right.
Yeah,
Adesanya.
Adesanya. He had a video of of the actual of someone else standing a lot closer to the factory, and you could just see when it exploded. Because I've been seeing a lot of CGI stuff lately because a lot of people are pretty talented, and I just saw the thing just shockwave and the houses just rip apart, and I was just thinking this is a movie, and then only to realize, holy fuck, this is. It's
I look forward to see the follow up on the investigation.
Yeah,
where it's
because
it's pretty powerful if it's a terrorist attack somehow. I'm not sure I don't understand. I'm sure they're at war with someone else or with another country. I don't know the story.
I've always just assumed the Middle East is at war with something at all times for some strange reason. I mean,
so I don't know who's the number one enemy here, and hopefully because it's gonna start something.
Yeah, let's check up on BBC and see what they've got going on that.
A massive explosion has torn through the Lebanese capital Beirut, killing at least 70 people and injuring more than 3,700. It's not yet known what caused the explosion, but Lebanon's Prime Minister says his country is facing a catastrophe and Beirut is in mourning. He vowed to hold to account whoever was responsible. The huge blast at the port sent shockwaves across the city, destroying many buildings and blowing out windows several miles away. Hospitals across the city were quickly overwhelmed. Officials fear the death toll will rise sharply. Here's our Middle East editor, Jeremy Bone, and just to warn you, his report contains distressing images.
Just amazed of the power of the blow.
It was a massive explosion. Another view from the bay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And from the streets.
What happened? Oh my.
Oh yeah, if I was in the car and I saw that, I would make fudge in my pants.
Look, the mirror broke.
Yeah, I would.
What happened there?
Yeah, nah. Dude, I would shit my fucking self all over.
Yeah.
Because did you see the thing?
Yeah. It came.
And a country already deep in crisis.
Walk it off.
Yeah, this guy, who's he's not even wearing a mask.
Yeah. COVID, social distancing.
I sound insensitive, but it's just you gotta make light of situations like this.
In Beirut port,
I gotta.
they say were fireworks. Then something much
Look at that,
bigger
what?
ignited.
Boom. That house is fucking eviscerated.
There's so many more deaths there.
Yeah.
There's way more
Did
than
you say
70?
70? Like,
70. It's like
humans die for a lot less.
they're gonna pick up dust, man. It's like the blow was so strong.
Even the guy holding the camera was far away and he still got it.
I've never seen an explosion like that.
No. I mean, I guess no one's ever
They're
recorded
just drunk, these two.
And then someone's like, how was the explosion? There was an explosion?
They're walking like that. They think they're hurt. No, they just.
Like, nah, we're just at the pub.
The damage spread across the city. The shock
Forgive us,
managed-
Father. Forgive us,
Hey.
Lord.
pushing the Lebanese further.
God knows we're
Yeah, we know we're lovely.
we have good heart.
We're saints, actually.
Hassan Diab, the Prime Minister, broadcast to the nation. He told them that those responsible.
I love that writing. I'd love to be on this,
Yeah.
to be able to understand what is written or
Beirut's
write it.
hospitals already pressed hard by
Wow, look,
COVID-19
this is horrible.
are faced with hundreds of casualties.
Yeah,
We were at home.
she looks like she hasn't
We
had
heard
any
what
sleep
sounded like
whatsoever.
fireworks.
And it just happened like
Thought
a
it was
couple
a
hours
container
ago.
in the port that was on fire. A few seconds later, we were flying through the air.
Lebanon will get international help, which until now its friends have been reluctant to give because of corruption and incompetence in Lebanon's wealthy elite. But public anger already
Yeah,
strong.
they're the ones who
So
have
the
incompetence.
will change
I love how
at
the rest of the world can say Lebanon has incompetence because they're perfect.
fix the damage.
Shut the fuck
At
up.
this stage, no one can say
No
nothing.
one, yeah.
We suck at
I
everything.
bet you America's gonna come out and go, yeah, we'll solve their
This will
problem.
help a lot.
Yeah.
It's like pissing on the
So
fire.
much deadly explosive for so long in a
That water didn't even look like it made downstairs.
I know.
It just
It's
evaporated in the sky.
It's like passing by and going.
I helped.
contributed.
Beirut correspondent Reem Torbeh, who's at one of the hospitals treating some of the very many people who've been injured. And the death toll is rising fast, and almost 4,000 people known to have been injured. Describe the scene where you are now.
Where I'm standing in front of the emergency gate of one of the hospitals, people are still coming here either to check on their relatives or to check whether their relatives are inside the hospital, because there are still so many people unaccounted for. But just to give you an idea how overwhelmed the hospitals are here and everywhere else in all Lebanon, but mainly in Beirut. I mean, the injured have been brought to hospitals by thousands. They haven't been able to treat them
Blood on the walls.
in rooms. They have brought them to corridors, to offices, everywhere. The whole hospital, every single space in the hospital has been turned into an emergency unit. People are still coming.
There will be
thousands. You can see traces of
not
blood all
17.
over the
It's gonna be
floor,
even more
and
tragic.
also you
And
can
then
see how
this video that we
distressed
did and had a lot of
how
fun
people
joking
are
around is
in
gonna
shock
age
and panic.
poorly.
Hours of
Poorly,
this
yeah,
is
that's right, because we
impossible
laughed a
to
little
say
bit.
what is
Yeah.
the final
And that-
result.
But it's not
And
like,
whether
I mean,
this is
what
We're-
can do, even if we were like super dramatic, it's
We're naturally comedians. This is bound to happen.
Irene Torbeh in Beirut there. Thank you. Well, our
There's-
Middle East editor Jeremy Bowen is with me now. Terrible scenes in Beirut. We still don't know what caused this, but as you said in your report, this has come at a very difficult time, very sensitive time for Lebanon.
Yeah, it's an appalling tragedy which has been inflicted now on a country that was already really suffering badly because of
From?
economic
From what?
collapse, because
Like,
of
we're all suffering
deep-seated
badly. This is not the right time for someone to say any country is suffering badly specifically, because
There's
we're
not-
all suffering badly.
like in normal circumstances, things
Yeah.
would happen like that and would
Yeah.
be okay.
Yeah, to say
But
that,
not
but
that
not now.
the timing is wrong
Yeah.
for a blast
Yeah.
killing thousands of people.
Yeah. And then for anyone to come in and pretend their country is better.
Context as well. The Israelis very quickly said they had nothing to do with this. Normally they might leave that open if they had, so that sounds
Right, let me
great.
get this right.
The issue
The Israelis came out and said it had nothing to do with this. What, the whole country
So
just,
let's believe
the
it.
whole country just stood up in the microphone and just go, "We did not do this."
So it means nothing. So
Where'd they come
what
up with that? Well, it's one person speaks for
There's
Israel.
one
Just
person,
goes,
that's right.
Yeah, we didn't do this, by the way. Like,
Okay, we did. They didn't.
like yeah. I mean, one guy we spoke to, Abdul, he said he was fine.
You know, it's like
with them
I think what he means that they would take the credit if it
Yeah.
was them.
Yeah.
So please bomb us.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
sooner the better.
Yeah, which I understand, but still, like, there's millions of people who live in Israel, and how could you
That's
just?
right. You can't. You can't say
It's
that.
like picking up the phone and just going, "I'm gonna call Israel. Hello,
Israel.
Israel? How are things over there? We didn't do this."
Just to know, is there any chance that you would have bombed us?
Like, well,
No.
hang on. I'll just ask the rest of the people. Did we do it?
No.
Nah, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. I asked everyone.
Okay, I'm going on the news and gonna tell the world that it's not you guys.
is the trouble down on the border in the south.
Oh, these things are
between
always
Hezbollah,
hilarious.
The Lebanese Shia group close to Damascus, close to Tehran, and the Israelis. They have been locked in their own escalation in recent weeks. Now, this catastrophic explosion in Beirut will have consequences nationally and possibly even regionally if it further
Yeah,
destabilizes.
this guy has the best video.
You know, that's the thing. This guy is being brought
Yeah.
into commenting
Yeah.
something that is no information.
Yeah.
He doesn't know, and he's trying to do something with nothing.
Yeah,
This is where
misinformation starts.
This is where it starts.
Yeah.
Just tell the bloody truth. It's like we don't have information.
I know that in about maybe a couple of hours today, we're just going to end up finding out that there's some conspiracy going on about this explosion. It'll be posted by a fair people on my Facebook. Someone will be like, "Oh, the explosion was to cover up Epstein or Harvey Weinstein." You're gonna find out. They're just gonna make it more ridiculous. They always do.
We don't know anything.